Iran is in its weakest point, and the things they're doing are so crazy. The way they're attacking the Gulf states, the way they're shutting down the Hormuz Straits. Think about how bad the situation would have been if they would have, this regime that does all of this, would have obtained nuclear weapons and tens of thousands of ballistic missiles that could reach the United States. This regime was building nuclear weapons and building ballistic missile capabilities of tens of thousands of ballistic missiles stockpile that already cover the whole Middle East. Iran is the main source of terrorism and chaos and civil wars and wars in the Middle East in the last 40 years since the Islamic Revolution in 1979. They built proxies in Lebanon of Hezbollah, in Gaza of Hamas, in Yemen of the Houthis, in Iraq with the Shia militias that brought horrible suffering for their region of the whole Middle East. Iran is a rogue country that has a crazy, fanatical, irrational, religious regime that is determined to take over the Middle East and to destroy Western civilization. They call Israel the small Satan and America the big Satan. Europe, I guess, is somewhere in the middle. The middle-sized Satan. This regime tried to assassinate President Trump on American soil and other American high-rank officials. The supreme leader, the late supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khomeini, said publicly in an interview that death to America is not just a slogan, it's a policy. And this regime chant death to America in their parliament and burn American flags. This regime was building nuclear weapons and building ballistic missile capabilities of tens of thousands of ballistic missiles stockpile that already cover the whole Middle East, but already cover big parts of Europe. And they were working on intercontinental missiles that will be able to reach the east coast of the United States and cover all of Europe. Intercontinental ballistic missiles that can carry nuclear weapon. And they would have used it first to destroy Israel, of course, to annihilate Israel, to dominate and occupy and take over the Middle East, Arab, Muslim, Sunni countries, and to extort and to threaten Europe and America. Iran is in its weakest point, and the things they're doing are so crazy. The way they're attacking the Gulf states, the way they're shutting down the Hormuz Straits. Think about how bad the situation would have been if they would have, this regime that does all of this, would have obtained nuclear weapons and tens of thousands of ballistic missiles that could reach the United States. This would have guaranteed World War III and a nuclear one of that. So this war, when Iran is in its weakest point, is preventing World War III. This is like stopping Nazi Germany in the early 1930s when it was still weak and preventing the suffering of World War II. All of Israel's wars in the last 40 years was with Iranian proxies, Hezbollah and Hamas in particular. So once the Iranian regime is, even if it's not gone, once it's weakened, the Middle East will be much more peaceful and secure and safe. Regarding what you told, you spoke, well, there is about the alliance of Jews and Christians in the Islamist rallies. They love the chant, after Saturday comes Sunday, which means first we take care of the Jews, then we take care of the Christians. Christians are being ethnically cleansed throughout the Middle East. Christians are fleeing from Lebanon and from Syria and from Jordan and from Egypt and from Turkey and from Iraq. The only country in the Middle East where the Christian population is increasing and not decreasing is Israel.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.